What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am finally back and we are going to be talking about UFC 322 fight week. I am here with my bingo card predictions, with my crafty hat, with the hoodie bedtime variant skin equipped. And we're going to be predicting things very, very accurately. For those of you that know this series, you know we are always hitting bingo with this series. We're going to be making predictions for fight week in terms of the press conference, media day, embedded, the pay-per-view, the commentary, all of that stuff. And regardless of what you think about my actual fight predictions, these are always extremely accurate. Let's get into this, man. Starting off, first one to discuss, Sean Brady and Leon Edwards fight week running. These guys have fucking beef, dude, and I love this. I love seeing Leon Edwards beef with people because he's like, shut the fuck up, bruh. Shut the fuck up, bruh. Come on, come here, come here, come here. Like, I can definitely see Leon and Sean Brady having some sort of run-in during fight week. For those of you that don't know, basically, when Leon lost to Sean Brady, which was just great hate watch, loved watching it, would love to see a rematch sometime soon. There was a little bit of like saltiness there, and I think that Sean Brady was basically like saying, bro, fuck that whole team, fuck them. So I definitely think at some point during this fight week, they're gonna cross paths. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward interaction, maybe a little bit tense, maybe a little bit of a beef moment. But I think we will get a Leon Edwards and Sean Brady fight week run. And I hope we get another elevator moment where Bilal Muhammad fucking mogged this dude in the elevator. Let's move on to the next one. On the other end of the spectrum, I think we get a Wholesome Islam and Beneil Dariush interaction, dude. Beneil Dariush and Islam Makhachev, whenever they're on the same card, which seems to be a lot. And I'm still, as a Beneil Dariush glazer, nothing hurts more than remembering that they were supposed to fight. And I just always felt like Beneil would have done pretty well against Islam. They would have scrambled a little bit, you know, but it was never meant to be. But every time they're on the same card, we do get these wholesome moments of Islam and Beneil Dariush interacting with each other fight week, talking about their kids and all this stuff. Islam just standing there with his fucking fishing. Brother, how old this one? 9 months. Okay, brother. This very little short guy, but strong guy in your family. Talking about like a little fucking girl in his family or something. But that's just how Islam shows respect to people. So I think we will get a Wholesome Islam and Beneil Dariush interaction. Now this next one, this is such a great fight week, dude, because not only is my boy JDM on the fucking card, not only do I get to laugh at Leon Edwards on this card, we got Nickal on the card. I'm going to say we get over 2.5 Nickal embedded segments. I'm thinking we're going to fucking ATT. Happy Valley with Nickal up there. Yeah, you know, man, pretty excited for the weekend. You know, hard part's over. Weight cut's done. Pretty smooth weight cut. And now we're freaking back. I'm freaking excited to get back in there and just freaking get to work. Why is this kid always saying freaking, dude? Why is this guy every fucking interview just like, man, I can't wait to just freaking go out there and just freaking put on a show. Just all these freaking haters. Just put a show on for these freaking haters, man. They're hating on me, dude. I can't wait to see Nickal this fight week. I'm going to say he's going to be getting a lot of fucking screen time on Embedded. I'm fully expecting JDM to just not get put on Embedded until fucking episode 3. But don't worry, guys. I know you want to see JDM and Islam. Don't worry. You'll get to see Nickal walking around the golf course with his buddies. Yeah, I just hit a freaking par 3. Freaking great weekend, man. Can't wait for the fights on weekend. That's Nickal, dude. And for some reason, this guy's going to be getting a lot of fucking embedded segments. Let's move on to my next prediction. Now, this is the first leg of the bedtime parlay. And we're going to be saying one undefeated fighter loses on this card. I'm not going to say what undefeated fighter it is. Mate, fucking Cody Haddon's going to take out Malcolm Wellmaker. Come on. But listen, bro. Either Malcolm Wellmaker loses, Michael Morales loses to Sean Brady. I could see that happening. I believe there's one more undefeated fighter on this card, if I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, Suzakayev. I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows? I got my fucking Muslim Salikov pick wrong. And one thing I love about the face cam is now all of a sudden people are holding me accountable. I saw a fucking reel. My mate sent me a reel at 6:37 in the morning of me sped up at 3x speed talking about Muslim Salikov versus Medic. Boom. Fart sound effect of Medic winning. That's what I get, dude. So that's part of the game, but I do think at least one undefeated fighter will lose on this card. Let's move on to a prediction that I have for the main event. And this is, you know, I think this is a crafty pick by me. I'm going to say JDM tries to take down Islam. Yeah, you know, I believe I'll be able to, you know, go in there and take him down, potentially, you know, control him, use my submissions as well. I think he's underestimating my grappling, and yeah, I'm excited to go in there and just do damage on him. JDM, this guy, if there's one thing JDM's going to do, and I'm the leading mind on this topic, there's one thing JDM's going to do. It is going to be trying to land some sort of outside fucking judo trip on Islam Makhachev, or jump a guillotine, or do something to take down Islam Makhachev, shoot a double leg up against the fence. People fucking forget, man. Bilal Muhammad was grabbing this dude's shorts all the way out of the cage to defend himself from being taken down by JDM. So don't be surprised when the GOAT JDM goes out there and out-wrestles Islam Makhachev. And you know what's funny about this too? Someone in the comments will be like, yo, JDM is not going to out-wrestle Islam. And people are going to think it's just a joke. Oh, this is bedtime glaze jokes. No, dude. He will, okay? Completely unbiased. He fucking will, all right? Next prediction we've got here. This is another great one by me. This is definitely going to happen. Bo Nickal says something delusional. I mean, I could basically cross this off now. I could put another box right down here of like, sky is blue in the morning. Sun rises in the morning. Oxygen fills the air. Bo Nickal is going to be at that media day. I still believe I can beat Chimaev, dude. I still believe that me versus freaking Chimaev, dude. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? That's going to be a crazy fight, man. I know he has been a little bit humbled, and I do think that Bo Nickal will probably win this weekend. I still got to do my predictions for that. I'm going to be doing a full video about it. But I do think maybe post-fight, we can see Bo Nickal saying some delusional shit. I think when it comes to explaining the Rainier Derrida fight, I could definitely see something like that coming up. And I think Bo Nickal's just a guy that people are going to pick and choose. Every little thing he says, I'm sure I'm going to be sent multiple things, tagged in multiple things, being like, yo, here it is, dude, here it is. So I feel like this is a pretty easy prediction to lock away on the bingo card. Now, this next one that we have, we're going to be talking about the pay-per-view card. I'm feeling like this is going to be a generational pay-per-view, dude. There's no way, I know I'm jinxing it now, but am I wrong? That there is no way this is not a hood classic pay-per-view. This is giving me 244 vibes, dude. This is giving me fucking 217 vibes. Okay, I'm going to say the prelims are majority finishes. I think this is going to be an absolutely badass card. I mean, whenever JDM's on the card, man, things are going crazy. Things are just next level. But I do think when you look at these matchups, there's a lot of really exciting finishes on the prelims. You've got the GOAT Kyle Daukaus. You've got fucking Malcolm Wellmaker. You've got, man, so many great people. Suzakayev's on the prelims, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's like oh yeah, Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Coppola. There's so many great fights on these prelims. I definitely think we're going to see majority finishes on the prelim portion of the card, all right? Let's move on to my next leg of the bedtime parlay, and this is the cost that we have to pay for a generational pay-per-view. I'm sorry, dude. It's just too good to be true. I feel like at least one fight is going to get canceled or changed, bro. Please tell me I'm wrong, or maybe make it a better fight somehow. But I feel like whenever we have a generational pay-per-view like this, we're going into fight week. It's been quiet. There's been no drama. I definitely think, unfortunately, we will see at least one fight canceled or changed during the upcoming fight week. I hope that I'm wrong about this, but I feel like when you look at the past couple of events, whenever it's a stacked card, there's a lot of great fights. The prelims are pretty deep. This usually happens when it's too good to be true. We have to make sacrifices to the MMA gods. You know, it is what it is, dude. You know, it is what it is, dude. Next prediction. Oh my fucking God. This is actually going to piss me off, dude. And I'm going to go on a rant in this video about the commentary because, bro, I'm getting dead ass sick of these guys. Okay? And I know, and now I'm allowed to talk my shit because me and MMA Guru and Lucas Tracy were running shit for Vancouver, bro. A DC extremely biased towards Islam. I don't know what it is about DC, but that he fucking hates JDM. But now he's got his boy Islam fighting JDM. I just know this blob is gonna. Hey, JDM's losing, man. JDM's losing, bro. JDM is down. JDM is down. He's got, like, you know, John Anik tries to be diplomat. And close fight here. No, John, JDM's losing, man. JDM's losing. I swear to God, I can just see DC just shitting on JDM, glazing Islam. This is why I need JDM to win as well. I think he's going to. I made a full video breaking it down. But man, I hope that it's a knockout, dude. I hope it's a knockout and JDM just points at fucking DC, dude, and just hits the fucking JDM emote on him. Dude, I swear to God, I'm going to be muting the audio during this fight. I will be watching it live on stream. Make sure you're there if you want to see my live reaction to JDM destroying Islam Makhachev. But I just know DC is going to be extremely biased towards Islam. And I guess it makes sense. They're boys, but fuck, it is so obvious when he's like rooting for someone. Same with the entire commentary team, all right? Next prediction to make here. This is another leg of the bedtime parlay. These ones are usually very, very accurate. At least one brutal knockout on the main card. Please let it be Leon Edwards, brother. Please, bro. Carlos Prates, if you can hear me, please save us, brother. Carlos Prates, if you can hear me, please save us, brother. Or JDM over Islam would be crazy too. But I feel like when you have Chinny Man Benil Dariush on the card, when you have Leon Edwards there, old jelly legs doing this, getting hit with the uppercut, just fucking immediately. I wasn't rocked. I wasn't rocked, bro. I was sleepy, bro. I wasn't rocked, bro. I truly wasn't rocked. You know, we got Leon Edwards versus CP. That's got potential for a brutal knockout. Like I said, JDM Islam, I could see that happening. I don't think it's going to be the WMMA fight. You know, Michael Morales is a nasty finisher as well. I definitely feel like at least one of these fights on the main card, there will be an absolutely brutal fucking highlight reel knockout on this main card. Lock that in. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry for cursing it, boys, all right? Next prediction that we have here, this is a press conference prediction because, listen, I don't expect much from these press conferences anymore. You know, I've made multiple videos throughout my career talking about, yo, the UFC needs to do this, they need to do this, they need to make the press conferences better. But they just clearly don't give a fuck. They don't care. They have no interest in getting reporters up there to ask seriously, you know, good questions or, you know, letting the fighters just talk and fucking argue. There's no instigate. Where's the fucking instigating, bro? But I think there will be one saving grace on this main event. I think JDM and Islam will be rage baiting each other heavily at this press. They're both really good at it. Like, JDM is kind of sneaky good at just sneaking in a line. Like, he's sitting there at the Ian Gary one being asked about Ian Gary. I don't actually think that's his son, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of Eminem's either. Boom. Ian Gary's lost his fuck. He's gone out there and said all these disrespectful things about my family. Now you're going to fucking get it by split decision. And if you don't fight me, I'm going to get my girlfriend's lawyer to call you up and sue you. Ian Gary still is crashing out about this one singular comment. And I love seeing these little Ian Gary fanboys like mad about this very harmless thing of just like, I don't actually think that's his son. I saw like MMA Joey getting mad about that. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude. But JDM's sneaky with it. And Islam, like, there's something about Islam where he's just sitting there at all times, just like, like he's always just like smirking at people. And I feel like he has a very good skill to rage bait people. I think both of these guys in that stare down, you're going to see them really fucking mad at each other, kind of pissed off by what the other guy's been saying. I think it's going to be a little bit heated between the two. That's my prediction for the press conference. I think otherwise it's going to be really boring, unfortunately. Unless maybe we get Sean Brady, like, cooking up Leon Edwards. That would be fucking great, all right? Now, this next prediction I have here, these are hard to come by. You know, I used to throw these on every single bingo card, and there was a time where these were super accurate, but lately they've been pretty inaccurate, and I'm hoping to bounce back on some Big Sean shit. I'm going to say we get a Kyle Daukaus masterclass. Kyle Daukaus is receiving the torch of middleweight jobber, you know, gatekeeper extraordinaire from GM3 on this card. I feel like he's going to win. I know it's a GM3 move to randomly lock in and beat Kyle Daukaus when he's on one of the best runs of his career. And GM3's looked like complete dog shit in his last 3 fights. Even more than, like, I know that's not saying much, but that's like more than normal, right? But I feel like we're going to get a Kyle Daukaus finish in this fight. I feel like he's a bona fide lock of the card, basically. And I think the Kyle Daukaus masterclass is a good way for us to bounce back, right? Because we used to have him on every single card. We'd be like, yo, this guy masterclass, boom, they win. Boom, this guy masterclass, boom, they win. Then I started throwing out like Justin Taffa masterclasses. Yes, I may have put Chase Hooper masterclass and then he lost to Hernandez by knockout. That's what I'm saying here, bro. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back, all right? So, Kyle Daukaus masterclass, I think that's safe, all right? Now, this next prediction, I mean, this is a lock. I can cross this off right now. Leon Edwards at every chance he gets. 100%, bro. Defo, bro. I truly believe. I'm not washed. I just fought Sean Brady 2 months ago, bro. I'm not washed. No, I mean, I truly believe I can beat Carlos Prates. You know, I defo think I can fight him and beat him, bro, and get a title shot. You know, he's not Bilal. He's not GSP. He's not Sean Brady. You know, he's not Usman 2016. You know, he's not them. So, like, bro, I truly believe I'm gonna beat him 100%. Leon Edwards, he has 3 dialogue options basically. I was sleepy, bro. My back was hurting, bro. Yeah, I come back in January, December. 100% defo, truly believe. And headshot dead. I said I couldn't do it. That's all Leon Edwards says basically. And Mercedes Jelly. So Leon Edwards, I'm just gonna put all of his little ticks and Leonisms right here in this bingo card. These will be happening in basically every single interview. And I'll tell you this now, if you don't keep up with the channel, you're new here. Once you hear these, you will never unhear them. You will never stop hearing Leon Edwards say this in every single sentence. So we're going to throw that on the bingo card. That's a fucking lock, dude. Now this next one. This is a fucking crafty pick by me, dude. This is a fucking hardcore prediction. Somebody loses their one. There is so many fighters on this card with only 1 loss. Sean Brady, Islam Makhachev. There's like literally 1 on every single fight, basically. There's multiple on the prelims. At least one of these guys, and I'm not going to say who it is. Islam Makhachev, brother, your time is gone. But somebody's losing their 1 on this card. That's a fact. And you know what's so genius about this? This is a guaranteed hit, guys. This is a guaranteed hit. I'm leveling up. I'm reaching levels of fence sitting they never thought possible. Either Michael Morales loses to Sean Brady, boom, undefeated fighter loses, crossed off. Or Sean Brady loses, someone loses their 1, that's crossed off. They said there is genuinely levels to this shit. I am the highest level of fence sitter there is. This is how I win. To quote Uncut Gems, which is a fucking badass movie. Prediction 100% will be happening. Now this next one, this is another very, very good pick that will happen. Leon Edwards commits a foul or does something dumb. I mean, this guy is genuinely one of my favorite UFC fighters. I kind of hope that he beats Prates so that we get more Leon Edwards. Because I love, like, you know, you guys know me as a Leon Edwards hater, but it's become such a thing for me that I'm almost now a fan of him. You know what? I can't explain. I'm sure you guys understand what I mean. We all have these fighters that you hate on them so much, but then you almost just start to like them from that. Like, you just know everything about them. And I just love watching Leon Edwards fight weeks. It's so funny. Like, just watching him do press conference, do media, you know, and then get in these fights and just, he's winning on the feet. Boom, he shoots a takedown. They literally ask him, why'd you shoot? Hey, Leon, why'd you shoot that takedown? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just did it. I don't know. I truly believe I don't know. Or grab the fence or eye poke, whatever it is. Leon Edwards will be doing both of these things in this fight. That's very, very certain to me. I'm putting that one on the bingo card. Now, this is another bedtime parlay entry coming in hot. And this is a risky one. These usually don't hit, but I feel like it will on this one. At least 1 retirement. I mean, GM3 is here. Angela Hill is here. She's fucking 40 years old. So that's a pretty solid, like, that could definitely happen. I'm pretty sure there's some other older fighters on this card as well. So I'm going to say we get at least 1 retirement. But Beneil Dariush, I could definitely see that happening if he gets slimed out. Yeah, I feel like we could get at least 1 retirement on this card. I'm going to throw that on the bingo card. Like I said, these are usually risky ones that I'm not 100% certain like this will happen. This is not a lock. They usually don't hit if I'm being 110% honest, but I think this is a decent shot to just throw up. Just like, yeah, fuck it, you know. Just a little, like, fuck it, I gotta take the shot. I'm at the foul line, you know what I mean? Just fucking take it, you know? That's kind of my logic with this one. I think, you know, could happen, maybe not, all right? Next prediction to make, all right, dude. Shavkat somehow gets brought up as the next title challenger. Why do I fucking know? Some guy at the back when JDM slimes out Islam. Hello, Dan, I have a question. Will Shavkat Rakhmonov get next title shot? He undefeated in UFC. And then, what's the who? What's the who's he asking me about? Shavkat? Rakhmonov? Yeah, what are we doing with that kid? We got to fight for that kid. Yeah, maybe, yeah, you never know. You know, there's a lot of guys there at welterweight. I think Sean Brady, He looked good tonight. Listen, we'll sort it out on Tuesday. I know for a fact that either the press conference or the media day or some bullshit, someone is going to ask, oh, is Shavkat getting the next title shot? Goobers on fucking Instagram are going to be like, yo, Shavkat next for the title shot, bro. Yo, fights to make, bro. Shavkat versus JDM next, bro. Yo, that's the fight to make, dude. I promise you, if Shavkat gets a fucking title shot from beating Wonderboy and Jeff Neal, there's going to be fucking hell to pay, dude. And I don't care that he beat Ian Gary. Ian Gary was not ranked top 5 either. Nice try. Nice fucking try, dude. Okay? It's not happening. I don't give a fuck. Alright? And I'm seeing comparisons to Prime Tony Ferguson. Prime Tony Ferguson was whooping ass, dude. Prime Tony Ferguson was beating guys in the top 5. Regularly. Finishing people. Going to fucking war. He was matched up with the champion so many times because he actually deserved it. Okay? He was the interim fucking champion. And you have the nerve to... These are the same. He beat Jeff Neal. Who gives a fuck? If Shavkat gets brought up as the next title challenger, I swear to God, bro. But I know it's gonna happen, alright? Let's move on before I fucking chin you watching, alright? Next prediction we got. Another eye poke controversy happens, dude. I'm seeing a pattern here, man. I'm seeing a pattern. 2 out of the last 3 UFC cards, there's a fucking eye poke controversy. I know there's gonna be another one. I know there's gonna be a fight where there's either an eye poke and it doesn't get called, or an eye poke and we get the full timeout and there's a controversy about it. Definitely going to happen at some point during this card, because that's going to lead into Joe Rogan as well getting another thing. I mean, I think that they need to get the Trevor Whitman gloves. Joe Rogan is such a fucking bot. Like, I already know what this dude's about to say before the card has even happened. There's going to be a fucking eye poke. They're going to be sitting there in the timeout. John Anik's going to be... And I'm not sure if it was actually an eye poke. We're going to look at the replay here. DC... Joe, do they stop the fight if it goes to replay? And then Joe Rogan's going to be there. They really need to invest in the Trevor Whitman gloves. I think he has the best design. He showed me the design on his podcast. It's like the steel cups. Do they still use those steel cups? Like, dude, I already know exactly what's about to happen. Mark my words, that exact sequence will be taking place at some point during this pay-per-view. And basically every pay-per-view to ever exist. Now, this next one... it is what it is with the pay-per-view prelims. We're going to get at least one robbery on the prelims. Every single pay-per-view, there is a blatant robbery on the prelims. There's nothing you can do about it. The GOAT, Jose Delgado, got... Oh my days, what are you saying, mate? What are you saying, mate? I've just spat out me raw fish and baked beans, mate. Are you saying Nathaniel Wood didn't fucking win, mate? Every single pay-per-view, someone's getting robbed on the prelims. I could definitely see it being like Tracy Cortez winning by robbery. I could definitely see that happening, or like, I don't know, dude, something like that. I could definitely see one of those fights, or like Roman Kopylov wins by robbery. One of those type of matchups, I definitely feel like that's a possibility on the prelims, all right? Now, this next prediction, this is going to go back to what I was complaining about before. Joe Rogan unleashes the Bo Nickal Mega Glaze. Dude, Joe Rogan. Oh, I fucking hate Joe Rogan. I'm like so sick of him. And I'm glad public sentiment is kind of turning towards me, because I feel like people think I'm like trying to be a contrarian. I feel as if I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. How are people still okay with listening to this fucking bald goober talk on commentary about the same 4 things every single fucking card like it's 1993? I don't get it. I don't understand. This guy is terrible at his job. He's boring as fuck to listen to on commentary. He makes these annoying noises. He's like the type of guy to be at a movie and be like, yeah, he farted. That's literally Joe Rogan on commentary. He's like, he's doing the Trump dance. Oh God, I fucking hate this guy. He's so bad. He's so bad. And I just know when Bo Nickal wins by boring decision against Rodolfo Vieira and lays on him and takes him down, out wrestles him and out cardios him because he's old and he has no heart, right? I can't wait for Joe Rogan to get on commentary. I mean, so many people wrote this guy off. I mean, seriously, this kid, in my eyes, this kid's still a future champion. I can just see it. I can just see the Bo Nickal Mega Glaze taking place, and they're acting like he just fucking won the world title after everyone counted him out. I'm pretty sure he's a favorite this weekend as well. But yeah, Bo Nickal will be getting the Mega Glaze of his life from Joe Rogan. And yeah, I'm sure he's going to be dying at whatever little emote Bo Nickal does when he wins. Like, he's swinging a golf club. Like, that's literally Rogan. This guy actually pisses me off so much, dude. I wish I could just make a whole video about this, but I don't. I think it's too niche. But those of you that watch these videos, you know exactly how I feel, bro. Let's move on, though, let's move on before I fucking break something, dude. Next prediction that we've got here. This is a sad one to make, but I think it's just true, and I think it's going to happen. Weili versus Valentina. I'm super excited for this fight. I think this is the best WMMA fight ever in terms of skill level. I think maybe like Rose versus Joanna 2 is a banger. You know, people said Nunes versus Cyborg. I'm sorry, I'm just never going to acknowledge Nunes as being like really, really good at fight. Like, she's good, but I don't look at her and Valentina and Weili in the same way. Like, it's like putting Ngannou in the same conversation as like, you know what I mean? Like that to me is how I look at it. It's like comparing Ngannou to like GSP and Silva. You know what I mean? Like that's just what I think personally, just based on skill levels and shit like that. I think there's two outcomes for this generational fight. Either Weili versus Valentina is a fucking war, like the Weili versus Joanna fight, or it's boring as fuck. Like Valentina just smudges her, takes her down, lays on her in crucifix, just pitter-pats at range, you know, Weili, just missing big shots at range. Weili just getting kind of tagged up with little leg kicks and shit. I think that is the only two outcomes of this fight. It's either a fucking generational fight or it's boring as fuck and no one cares. That's literally the only two ways I see this going. I don't see this being like, oh yeah, it was fine, or it's like a finish, like Weili just destroys her or Valentina just destroys her. I think either they're going to war, it's going to be super competitive, split decision, or it's boring as fuck and super one-sided for Valentina. That's kind of the only two ways I look at it. So that's my prediction for that fight. I still got to think about who I think wins, but we're throwing that on the bingo card, all right? We've got 3 left to discuss. Now, this one is such a niche prediction, but I know it's gonna happen. Like, I know, I can just see it so clearly in my mind, okay? Michael Morales rocked Sean Brady. I'm not saying he beat Sean Brady, because I think Sean Brady's going to win. But I know at some point Michael Morales is going to put Sean Brady on skates. I know Michael Morales is going to hurt him badly later in the fight. Michael Morales, this is what he does. This is what he does. He goes out there. He looks like shit for the first round, except against Gilbert Burns because he's old and washed, right? But he goes out there. He looks like shit. And then he randomly like bombs you and rocks you bad. And I definitely think that's going to happen at some point in this fight, but I don't know if he'll finish Sean Brady outright. I'm just going to say at some point during this fight, he will rock Sean Brady badly. And this is only going to count if it's very clear Sean Brady is rocked. I'm not going to just be like, he hit Sean Brady with a big shot and he moved his head. Oh, that's rocked. I'm talking like he's going to jelly leg Sean Brady badly at some point. That's my prediction in terms of my bingo card prediction for that fight. I'm not saying Michael Morales wins, but I think he's going to rock Sean Brady at some point badly in the fight, okay? Next prediction that we have, this is just, come on, dude. This is easy money. At least 3 fighters asked to get on the White House card. Dude, I'm seeing at least fucking Malcolm Wellmaker getting on there, talking about getting on the White House card. Beneil Dariush, I could see him winning like a boring decision. Yeah, get me on that I'd like to go on the White House card. That'd be pretty cool. You know, I'm definitely feeling like if Islam wins somehow, like he flukes a win, JDM slips on a banana peel, tears his ACL, I definitely feel like Islam will be vying to get on that card as well and fight Ilya. Yeah, I'm going to say at least 3 of these fighters asked to get on the White House card in their post-fight thing, press conference, or at the, you know, the post-fight interview in the cage. That to me is a very, very, like, simple prediction. I think that's going to happen. My last prediction for the main event. You guys know I usually reserve this final spot for the main event. Okay, I've already said who I think is going to win. I think JDM and Islam are going to go to war. I think they're both going to be covered in fucking blood at the end. I think they're going to be like, you know, both raising their hands up at the end like they've won. It's super like close back and forth. JDM stings him up on the feet. Islam gets some takedowns, gets some control time. You know, they both, you know, have their moments. I think JDM wins that fight. If they go to war, I think JDM wins. And I can definitely see Ilya trying to chime in like, yo, we are the 3 best boxers at welterweight. Yo, I want my 3rd belt. And I'm sorry, but nobody, like, imagine Ilya standing next to JDM. He would literally get fucking slept. This is where I almost hope this happens, dude. Because I know if Islam, again, like I said, if Islam flukes a win here, Ilya versus Islam. I know Ilya's going to be like, yo, let me fight you next. And Islam might even acknowledge him, or maybe he'll just ice him and just talk about fighting other people at welterweight. But dude, if JDM wins, I hope Ilya follows through on this. Yeah, I hope you do want to be a 3-weight champion. Fucking come up, see what happens when you fight JDM. Come get it, mate. Come get it. If Ilya deadass tries to fight JDM, please, Dana, please make that fight. Because we will fucking sleep Ilya. We will slime him out. 110%. But I think overall my prediction here is they both go to war. It's a fucking banger fight. JDM wins by decision. Ilya tries to kind of like, hey, I'm next. You know what I mean? And I just don't really feel like Dana White's actually going to go for that. But I know Ilya is waiting to, yo, let me get the title shot at welterweight. And I don't think that's going to happen. But I think he'll try his best, all right? That's my prediction for this, him shoehorning his way in. Let me know down below, though, what predictions do you guys have for UFC 322 Fight Week? Which of these do you think are going to hit? Which of these do you think are not going to hit? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm doing my full card predictions. It's going to be a super long video. It's going to be a fucking banger. We're going to do some editing as well. Subscribe for that. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.